Some years ago, just by chance, I inherited a research collaboration. I do research using a technique called atomic force microscopy, and somebody asked me if I could study proteins, single molecules with that. And so I started doing that, and a couple years later, I started a program, undergraduate program in biomedical physics, and I started teaching my first biophysics course for that. I had to read up on all those things, and I learned actually that we already do know how physics can explain how life works, at least on a very fundamental level. But I realized there was no book that actually brought that knowledge to a greater public, so I decided to write one. So 4 years later, I'm here to talk to you about it. But first I have to have, there's a disclaimer. This comes from Erwin Schrödinger, which is one of the founders of quantum mechanics, and he wrote a little book in 1945, or 1940, I think, What is Life? So he was one of those first physicists venturing into the realm of biology, and just to excuse himself for venturing onto somebody else's turf, he said, a scientist is supposed to have a complete and thorough knowledge at first hand of some subjects, and therefore is usually expected not to talk about topics of which he is not a master. This is regarded as a matter of noblesse oblige. For the present purpose, I beg to renounce the noblesse, if any, and to be freed of the ensuing obligation. So I want to say the same thing. So I'm going to talk about biology, but remember, I'm a physicist.